Oh, you had to do it from there? You're live.
Okay,
there we go.
Hello
we
everybody.
Should be live.
Sorry, little technical difficulties. I hate technical difficulties. Technical difficulties suck. It's always a problem. There's always got to be something. Hello everybody. Welcome to the channel. As always, we truly appreciate you guys showing up. Phil, I'm going to be calling you Phil because I cannot pronounce the last part of your name. So I am just going to say, hi, welcome to the channel. Angel, thank you again for showing up.
And hello, SJ Mud Turtle.
Exactly. Now, before, just so you guys know, I know today's all about unveiling, but we're gonna kind of delay it a little bit, like maybe 15 minutes or 10 minutes, I don't know, depending on a few things. And
of course,
we'll kind of go from there. We're gonna go through the comments in a second because we're a little bit delayed. We're gonna read the comments, and in the meantime, you guys can watch this. Okay, we're back. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Are we starting right from the top?
Yeah, let's start from the top.
Okay, so Angel Face says, "Hello, KawaKouple. Congrats, Mrs.K, on your new motorcycle. If my calculations are correct, you and your spouse adventures are both going to go live at the same time. Would you two be willing to tell your..." Oh, Scoose Adventures. Sorry, I just can't read apparently. Sorry, Angel. Would you be too willing to tell your viewers about?
Well, you already did. You left it in a comment. So
yes.
Realistically speaking, I don't know who this is. So yes, if you guys want to recommend somebody, another channel, you're more than welcome to leave it in the comments. I would have a hard time to go and really
check everybody.
To say, like, I can't really say to anybody, go check this person out, because if I don't know who they are, I don't know who they are. But if Angel Face thinks they're good, then go ahead and check them out. Again, Phil, I don't know, I can't pronounce your last name, so I'm just going to go call you Phil. Thank you very much for joining the stream.
And yes, we are Canadian.
Absolutely. We live in Vancouver, BC. All right.
Angel already answered that for us, of course. SJ Mud Turtle says, "Good evening." Good evening.
Good evening. How are you and your husband doing?
Yes.
Or depending on which one's writing. I'm assuming that she's writing. Is that fair?
Sure. Okay, so then we got Phil said, "Cool, I checked out Canadian Moto Girl. She has no new uploads I could find." I haven't seen anything from her in a while. And
I have looked into it. I can't find any information on what happened. Nobody's really communicating with that, so I don't know. Obviously, I asked you guys earlier if you guys can see us yet. You guys said no because of technical difficulties. You guys can see us now, right? Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Then, of course, we have Spain. Hello, Spain.
Hi, Spain.
Maddie. Hey.
Hey.
How's it going, Maddie? NASCAR Papa Smurf. Oh, thank you very much for showing up.
Yes. Hello.
You guys are awesome. You guys are absolutely awesome. It's so big because today is going to be, well, it's your night. You're going to get to...
It's apparently all about me.
It's
me.
Well, yeah, you got a new bike. And before we do announce it, like I said, I do want to have a few more people in here. Oh, hi, Samantha. How are you?
Hi, Samantha.
Before we do release the information on the bike, I do want you guys to give a few guesses. I am very, very curious. I know there might be one or two of you guys who know what it is.
Or close
to. I'll put it this way. Somebody in the, when I put out the teaser, somebody did actually guess the bike. So, yeah, there was somebody that got it right. But you guys are more than welcome to guess just for a little bit until we're ready to do the unveiling.
So, Phil wanted us to know it's Hugh Kin.
Hugh Kin.
Mm-hmm. It's Welsh.
Oh, Welsh. I like Welsh.
And
actually, there's a few people that there's a few names that are so difficult sometimes to pronounce,
or easy to mispronounce,
or very easy to mispronounce. True. But so let's talk about a little bit about this new motorcycle you got. I am almost at the point where I'm just like, I am stupid happy for this motorcycle. it's a beautiful motorcycle, and more than anything else, it's an awesome motorcycle for you, in my opinion, and it's just fun. So, what got you to the point where now, like, what got you to this point to decide, yes, I want to buy a motorcycle? Aside from your husband saying you really need to upgrade.
Besides you telling me I need to upgrade? Besides the hills telling me I need to upgrade?
Everybody's telling you to upgrade. You guys were so many comments on this channel. Hey, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for doing it. It was kind of time. I know there was still more I can learn from the 300, honestly. I mean, you can never learn everything about the bike. I got really good with my gears. I know that. Okay. But it just came into one of these things where it was kind of like, I'm ready for a little bit more.
Okay. So, here's Spain. You know what? You're 17, driving a Mustang, and in 11th grade. Good on ya.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to just release the video now, let them see what it's all about, and so we can all have a good conversation about it?
Sure, because we want Spain to be able to see it, even though she's talking to her bestie on FaceTime.
Okay, so if Spain is still here and she wants to wait,
Spain, say yes.
Say yes, and we will let you guys see the unveiling now. Yes. We were gonna wait, but it's up to. We want to be nice.
What does Spain say?
It would be so hilarious if Spain just left
already, and now she didn't know. Yeah, I know. And then she's going to be looking back at it afterwards going, I missed the opportunity to say yes.
I love Phil's thing where he actually says, cool, stay in school. You know what? Yes, please. Stay in school, learn, educate yourself. The more you know, because knowledge is power. It really is.
Actually, Phil was asking, what nationality is tougher than Welsh? For names.
Oh, hold on. Spain said yes.
Okay, right. Spain, here we go.
We're going to unveil the bike. Just because Spain has to go, so we're going to be nice, and we're going to unveil the bike so she doesn't miss it. Enjoy. I'll put something together for you guys. So without further ado, here it goes. Alrighty then. Okay. I hope you guys enjoy that. I actually put that together just as a really quick thing because it's been pouring. We couldn't get it out there riding. But before we go any further, son of a gun, SJ Maturo, your husband, that son of a gun. Okay, you're the only one that actually guessed that. And I cannot believe that you guys guessed it. It was really hard to throw you guys off and everything else. So, yeah, you know what? End of the day, you guys got it. Do me a favor, get in contact with me
through an email.
KawaKouple@gmail.com, and get in contact with me. We have something special for you. You were the first one actually to get it. I believe you were the only one to get it. So, yeah, by all means, get in touch with us. Angel had some awesome guesses, by the way.
Oh yeah, Angel had some really awesome
She was really good on it. She went through a bunch of guesses and wow. So there, you go ahead. It's about you. I just want some.
It's about us. You're still part of this. What's conversation? It was actually supposed to say conversation, and apparently the C got cut out.
Last minute editing.
Yes. Okay, so are we still going with this, or are we talking about...
So, first of all, thank you very much for... okay, Samantha says pretty.
Yes.
So she thinks it's pretty.
Thank you.
I don't know. I can barely see. Where's my glasses?
I don't know. It's been really hard keeping this quiet. I know that because we actually got it just before the motorcycle show.
Yes, it is really interesting because the whole idea of the electric motorcycle on this channel, we talked about this. We were like, okay, should we bring it on? Is this something? Ultimately, it came down to what she wanted and what made sense for her style of riding, what we wanted to try out, and. Well,
I mean, one of the really nice things about it is it's very customizable.
Yes, it is.
So it is actually kind of one of those things where it's really good if I want to lower the power down, or if Mr. K wants to go and be a little bit crazy with it.
Right. So, good question. Mrs.K, have you ridden it yet?
I did take it out. We went out for about half an hour. The weather was just a little bit sunny and not too cloudy. It was a little chilly, but it was really fun. And I actually had an opportunity to beat him off the line.
Okay, well, that's a good story. I just want to catch up a little bit. Moto Carrie, thank you very much for coming. You're absolutely awesome. And she says, ooh, nice upgrade, Mrs. K. So that's good. Spain, thank you very much for sticking around. Have yourself a good night. Thank you. Thank you, Moto Carrie, for showing up. We appreciate it. We love you guys.
Yes.
With that said, yeah, we did. It was really interesting for us, right? Because we went out and you had a chance to test it out just for a little bit. It was about half an hour. We didn't record it mainly because we just tried to see what it was.
Well, we honestly didn't think that the weather was going to be as bad as it was, so we were hoping to get one more ride out there.
At least two, actually, because we were going to film a different intro.
Yes. And it was one of those things where it didn't end up happening, which was really sad. But the interesting thing is usually he always asks me to go first on the 300 because it's easier for him to catch up to me on the 300. And, it takes a little bit longer, of course, to get up to speed on a 300, as most of you guys know.
Yeah.
And he goes, okay, it's clear because we're doing a merge. And he goes, wait, where are you?
Yeah, it's... So I don't know if you guys caught on, but that thing's a fast, torquey bike. The one you decided to go with was the smaller battery. Yeah, but that actually has multiple reasons. So
it has multiple reasons. It's a 7.2, and the really nice thing is because I have the fast charger on the top, so I lose the tank space. I still have space on the side, and actually that space is really big.
Yeah, when you talked about it, so the 7.2 battery is... From all accounts we can tell is more than enough for what you want. Plus the charging it is not a big deal. It gives you great range, but you're going to be making videos on this. You're going to be reviewing the whole bike anyway.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be doing some tests to see exactly how good the range is.
Right, and with that, there's also the fact that it's.
And we will probably do one of those things where I'm being good and controlling myself, and then we'll let you out on it and see how much it gets when you're being a little bit more silly.
Yeah, so the thing with these bikes is there is a scenario here you have to kind of think about too, is these bikes are fully adjustable. So you are riding it right now in eco mode. You want to be more gentle with it.
Yes.
And me, when I ridden the bike, because I initially did a on this channel actually, I did a review of this bike. Mind you, it was like a 2-year-old bike.
Yeah.
Right? So I did do a review of this bike. I ridden this bike itself too. I automatically went to the sport mode, but the sport mode is absolutely insane. That thing is ridiculous. I just went in the garage and ended up leaving a nice trail of rubber behind. She gave me a look like you're not going to believe. It's like, my tires. And I'm like... They're
new. Come on.
Sorry. So yeah, there's definitely, it's very, very torquey. So you're starting out on eco mode. You can change the settings on torque, power.
Yeah,
so you can grow into your bike.
Yeah, and I can also go into a little bit more of that, of how the app works to the customization of the bike. It is not like, I guess, the majority of actual electric cars where you're always connected to it. It's only connected when you're on.
Yes.
Power's on, I mean, not, you don't have to be riding and doing that.
Now, it's funny because SJ right now is saying that this would be a great bike for the commute to work. Now, you don't use it too much for work purposes, but you do use it for riding outside.
No, well, I mean, I have the car now. I don't really need the bike for work purposes unless it's just because I want to have fun.
And that's the beauty. The range is actually crazy. Now, you did try out the fast charger, and that was ridiculously fast.
It is close. I'm guessing. Well, I mean, I still had quite a decent chunk of battery left, so it's not like I went down low, but it didn't really take that long to get up to, I believe it was 96%. And the only reason it went that high is because somebody's stopped us to talk to us about electric motorcycles.
Yeah, you got stopped pretty much on your first day out, testing to see the whole plug-in thing, because you were already a member through for the with regards to the Canadian. With regards to the actual charge point.
Yes.
Because of the Tesla.
Yes.
So you just basically set it up and then plugged it in and bam, you were done.
Oh yeah, it's really easy. It just like tap and then you take the thing off and you plug it in.
And it took like 10 seconds for somebody to come up to her and just literally start asking about the motorcycle, which was hilarious. And I'm like, finally, she gets this attention now, not me, which is nice.
And now all I've been doing is watching the weather, going, come on, when is it going to be a nice day?
Right. Let's get back to some of these
okay, so SJ said she was going to email us tomorrow.
Yes.
And then we have the Buy Spain. Angel and Moto Carrier talking together a little bit about their videos.
Yeah, Moto Carrier, good job on your videos. We really love watching your videos.
I couldn't help but to add Dark Angel in there.
Yeah, Dark Angel. Yeah, Dark Angel, man. Come on.
Actually, the people that taught us how to ride is actually where she learned to ride for the show, which was really cool when we found that out.
Yeah. And then we have...
what size battery, which we already answered.
Yes. Oh, Phil is in Prince George?
Yes.
Hey.
So, actually, you could probably maybe see her bike there. I know it's not like a small little city, but maybe.
Yeah.
It's cold, I'm sure, there. It's a lot worse than it is here, but
yeah,
I still complain because, I like to leisure ride, so for me, I like to have some nice weather to go riding.
Well, right now, it's not nice. Like, today, it's right at this moment, as we speak, it's 6 degrees outside with quite a freezing wind chill. We just went out before the stream, we went for a little walk and froze.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's not cool. But
then we got, where is everybody from?
By the way, one more thing here. So the videos coming out, there's going to be a lot this summer. Obviously, Mrs.K is going to be doing a lot more videos for this channel. She's going to be dealing a lot more, especially with reviews to the Zero. I would encourage a lot of you to watch this because... And
ask any questions.
And ask questions. Listen, the more questions you guys ask, the more videos you can make.
And the more I learn about the bike.
Right. Now,
above and beyond. Myself,
like I said before, I have taken this bike out. And I know people have a very... I guess there's this perception of electric vehicles and electric motorcycles and, so forth and so on. I think... it's going to be really important, and this is something Mrs. K wants to do a lot of, and that is really review the bike in a real-world environment, in a real tests. And one of the things is, it's not a lie. It's not for everyone.
No.
Even the cars. Excuse me. So, it's not for everyone. Not everybody, depending on the style of riding you do, it may very well not be for you.
It was weird how comfortable I actually ended up with the bike, considering there's pieces that are missing that I'm used to.
Yeah,
because there's no clutch, there's no gears.
Actually, the funny thing is, you didn't even catch on to the clutch thing till later.
No, when we first started, because we had a little bit of a decline, I kind of did that automatic response. But the gears actually, it didn't take me long to not realize that, I don't have to shift. Which is weird.
It's really interesting. I am curious what, because I know a lot of people don't have the best thought about, like I said, especially electric motorcycles. Now, on that same note, when we were at the live show, it's something I didn't put into the previous vlogs, but when we were at the live show, at the motorcycle show, I did check out the live wire I talked a little bit about the live wire. Unfortunately, I did lose a ton of footage because I'm silly, but there is a lot to be said about these electric motorcycles. Now, I am not upgrading my bike, so don't go down that path.
It is going to be one of these things. It is going to, from what I understand, it is going to be one of these things like the cars where eventually they're not going to want the gas-powered vehicles on the road.
Right.
So it's kind of nice to get into it now, even though it's a little bit later than when they brought out the bikes. But at the same time, to do that when I first started riding, I think would have been too much for me.
You know, it's actually Phil makes a good. Phil, believe it or not, I've heard that same statement made on my Tesla channel. In case you actually don't know, I do have a Tesla channel, so you can check that. I think that's actually in the description. But so Phil, I own a Tesla, and I have a Tesla channel. I talk to a lot of people with regards to electric vehicles
and of all ages.
And I get a lot of people who kind of say things along the same lines. But the fact of the matter is, if I look at the sales, I have access to talking with some of the people in the sales department. There's a ton of people who are telling me exactly opposite, where they say, hey, listen, I didn't know what to think, but once I tried it out, it all came together. It makes sense. A lot of the stuff with these electric vehicles is that first initial instinct of getting into the vehicles and actually trying them out. And that's no different with the bike. I remember when I did my review on the Zero, I believe that was last year actually.
The year before, I think.
Or the year before.
Or early last year.
Yeah, I did the review of the Zero, and that was my first time on a electric motorcycle. And boy, I was having so much fun. So yeah, it is definitely.
It's a different experience. It is one of those things that you notice actually how much noises are around you that you didn't realize.
Yeah, like my Yoshimura Alpha definitely is annoying as heck.
The good thing about that though is because there was no sound the first time we went out on the bike, and having him with me, it was actually really good hearing his motorcycle.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you got a chance to hear something, because otherwise it is ridiculously quiet.
Yeah.
But now it's not like quiet. It's not whispered. There's a sound that the motorcycle makes. Now, hopefully, you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to show that. But there's a sound that the motorcycle makes. That gorgeous. I love that sound.
It's kind of like a mix between a hiss and a whistle.
Well, okay.
That's how I kind of see it as.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Phil also said his wife bought an electric weed whacker.
Yeah, I saw that comment. I just figured I'm not going to respond to that.
Why not? It's a weed. It's still...
Hey, you're going electric, I guess.
Yeah,
no. I remember when the electric weed whackers actually came out. I was laughing because my dad was using it. But it's.
And then it may be too cold here. Batteries don't like cold weather. What do you have to say about that?
Once again, that's only partially true. You will be able to get into that a little bit more when you're doing your review. I can tell you guys a very clear, specific thing when it comes to electric vehicles. Yes, cold climates can affect batteries. It's not as bad as most people make it out to be. SJ asked, is Mrs.K keeping her 300?
No, I'm actually not.
So
my little bluebird has flown the coop to go find a new owner.
Yep, same with mine. So I finally got rid of my 300. She got rid of her 300. Now we're back to 2 bikes again, which is about time because I actually have not ridden. The last time I rode my 300 was
for moving day.
Yeah, it was when I actually moved, but like truly ridden it is on the channel. So if you guys can find when was the last time I rode it, that's the last time I rode it. So yeah, I have no idea.
Angel Face said, you two have blown me away. I never thought you would buy a non-Kawasaki. You have a Tesla, so this makes sense. Are you the first motovloggers to buy an electric motorcycle? I cannot say if we are the first ones or not because I'm not sure. We've done some research, obviously, into electric motorcycles before this. But we didn't really find anybody that seemed to be doing anything long term. It all seemed to be test rides.
Yeah, so it's a really good, actually, again, you and your questions here, it's a really good question. So the answer is, we haven't actually seen anybody who outright owns the bike. We've seen a lot of motovloggers who obviously did test rides and reviews. To me, that's never a great review, and it's kind of one of the reasons I have a problem with doing reviews of other bikes, because you don't have 1 hour is not enough to really get to know the bike. This is where she's going to come in and really go through the process of doing it through over time review. So
plus I get to see what kind of degradation it's going to have and stuff like that as well, and what the true ranges can be. Yeah,
because you're not in a position where, like, we're not in a position where, like, we're being paid to do this. No. Zero is not paying us. Kawasaki's not paying us. So that's why I have no problem saying, hey, listen, this is the facts and this is the way it is. It's good or bad. It is what it is. So, and as for non-Kawasaki, I know why you say that, because of the name KawaKouple. Honestly, it was never intended as a Kawasaki thing. And I know everybody says that. So, yeah. But yeah, then we have
the Harley guys like it loud, says Phil.
True. What bike do you ride, Phil?
Actually, he says my Honda Shadow is stock pipes. It's the loudest bike I ever had.
Oh, right there. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, that makes sense. Listen, I made a video on my Yoshimura. I actually made a video on the whole idea of loud pipes and how much I actually got to the point slowly. Now here's the irony. I made that video not long after I actually rode the Zero.
Well, actually, you made that video not that long after you got used to the Tesla.
Right. So once I got used to Tesla in a nice, quiet, peaceful world, that Yoshimura was really, really loud. But I do like it.
And yes, SJ Mud Turtle, the poor 300s. Unfortunately, they wouldn't get ridden very much, so it's actually nicer because they hopefully will go to a new home and somebody will get to learn on them like we did.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure they'll go to a great new home, because we know who's where they are. So we have no problems with that. But again, it's better than sitting here and not riding it, paying insurance on it. Look, we live in Vancouver. We live in BC.
Insurance is not fun.
Actually, you know what? Phil can pretty much back us up on this. British Columbia is the absolute worst when it comes to insurance. It costs you
an arm and a leg,
and then some to insure vehicles. And we got right now we got 2 cars and 2 motorcycles. I did not want to keep another 2 motorcycles.
And it's even worse if you have an N.
Yeah, so she's still under the N, which you're gonna get rid of anyway. So
yeah, well, no, I mean not the N, but it's the amount of time experience on the road that they take
as a new rider, basically, and 4 years is still considered new. So
yes. Okay, so SJ Mud Turtle says, if Mr. K gets rid of his 650, I will be really upset. Okay.
As I made it clear on a previous video, I will not be getting rid of my 650. I get asked a lot. I really, really do. What's my next bike? That's why I made that video. I am not getting rid of my 650.
No.
Probably at least for another year, maybe even 2 or 3 years.
Plus, it'll be fun to do some comparison rides between the Ninja and the Zero.
That's true too. That's true. The next one is. He has a S440 Suzuki too.
Yes.
And yes, insurance is a ripoff in BC. Absolutely, it is. It's basically a kicking up.
And that's why he stays under 750.
Yes. Oh, so here we do get charged our insurance
CC groups
for the CC. So basically on a CC stages. So the higher up you are in CCs, the more you pay in insurance. Believe it or not, her Zero is classified as a 300cc
It's in
bike.
the 300cc category. Yes.
Right, which basically means for a bike that can do 0 to 60 miles an hour in what, 4.8 seconds or something, it has 70 pounds-feet of torque and is fast as beep. It's ridiculous that bike is...
It does not take you long to get up to speed. It really does not.
Well, I am going to do... I'm definitely going to show you guys basically on sport mode. She'll show you guys a lot of stuff on eco mode and all the goodies and all the gadgets. But yeah, it's... I'll show you guys on the other side of it, the more performance side, and I'll tell you it's awesome.
Okay, so we also have MotoCarry will watch Angel Face's video in a few minutes. Phil also said, also I have arthritis, so big heavy blokes are not an option. Yeah.
I have a bad back, so I agree with that. Although I like...
MotoCarry, thank you for stopping by, and yes, it's going to be fun, and we can't wait to start making some videos again.
Yes, and MotoCarry, we will have to get... I do have to get in touch with you. I know I keep saying that to you, but I gotta get in touch with you because we do want to do something with you. With we have an idea, and we'll get in touch with you soon.
Angel Face, how does the power and torque of the Zero compare to your Ninja 300?
Good question.
I'd actually have to leave my chair to get that answer.
Okay, so just from feel.
Well, by feel, it's completely different. It's insanely different. But I mean, the power of the... I can't remember the stats now on my torque on my 300.
So the peak torque at for her Zero, the peak torque is 78 pounds-feet of torque, and she has the peak power of 46 horsepower. And that's ridiculous. So I hope that answers that question.
Well, no, she wants to know in comparison with the 300.
I don't know the exact details of the whole thing.
No, I can actually do that. I'll mention that in the video. It's just that I don't have the stats on me at this second.
Right.
Okay, so SJ Mud Turtle says, as far as motorcycle exhaust, I like hearing the sound of the bike. Why? We have an electric car, but I do not like the sound of the engine.
Wait, you have an electric... Oh, you have a hybrid car then.
Or an electric. What kind of electric car
What kind of electric car do you have, Hashay? I'm curious. What does the Zero weigh? 100 and... Sorry.
It's more than that.
It's right here. I actually left some information up for myself so I can let you guys... Because I knew you guys can ask me that too.
No, we didn't leave weight up.
I think I put it into the intro, didn't I?
I think it's like 400 or something.
400
like that.
pounds?
It's a little bit heavier than a 300.
That's true. It is a little bit heavier than the 300.
And now I feel like really, really bad because they're asking us questions that we should know the answers to and we don't.
It's not my bike. It's not my bike. I don't know anything.
You know what I mean?
Actually, the truth be told, I don't even know what my bike weighs. I'm such a bad YouTuber.
Yours weighs a little bit more than mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so MotoCarry is leaving, so people are saying bye. MotoCarry said, okay, cool to us. Phil said, bye, MotoCarry. I'm jealous. I miss riding. Yes, we all miss riding. That
I do miss
don't
riding.
Live in a sunny California place.
Like, she puts out the latest video, and she's like, oh, look how beautiful it is. And I'm like, don't say that. Like, you're making me jealous.
I'm looking outside and all I see is rain pouring at an angle because of the wind.
Mm-hmm.
SJ said, torque right off and not having to wait for it to kick in. Awesome.
Oh,
yes.
Instant torque. It's absolutely insane, the instant torque. I'm telling you guys, it's not... Yeah.
SJ said, no, it's full electric. It's a Ford Focus.
Okay. So, okay. I actually know what type of motors they use, and I agree with you. It does not sound good. So, yeah, I know which motor you're talking about.
Phil said 400 pounds is okay for a bike, not a woman. I don't think 400 pounds is okay for a guy either, so there you go.
I am not going into that category of chatter here. I stay out. I know better. Then we got everybody moved to Alberta, Canada. I pay just under $200 a year for each of my four. Yeah, rub it in.
And it's not based on CCs.
Yeah, so isn't Alberta right now isn't there a thing with Alberta's insurance where they're actually looking to really jack it up? This is what I've been hearing from a lot of people. So there is.
Phil says, if Alberta self-berates, I would move there.
Oh boy, this is becoming no. I want to move to Alberta regardless. We technically should be in Alberta already, but due to a number of things that came up this year, we decided to stick around for another year, maybe two. Hopefully,
we're sticking in Vancouver.
Yeah, so we're sticking around Vancouver for a while. But yeah, no, I love Alberta. We were there just, I love going there. Yeah. I enjoy it. I enjoy going to Alberta. And I don't have a problem with snow or cold. So that's not a problem. I just have a problem with...
gloomy, gray, rain, skies.
Right. Road Rash HD, oh my gosh. How is it going? I can't believe you guys are not riding. I'm in Surrey and ride every day unless it snows. Hey, you know what?
Good for you, Road Rash.
I see so many of you guys out there riding on these crazy days. Here's the cool part about this. I don't like riding on like these kind of days. I don't. It's not.
I don't have a problem with the cement being a little bit wet.
You're still too new for it. Well,
no, but I've been out on the wet cement. I don't have a problem with that. It's just that I don't really like it to be so cold when I'm out. And I don't want to spend all that money for the heated stuff, the heated grips, the jackets, all of that stuff. Yeah.
I think it's really interesting because when I'm going to... I've seen a lot of you guys out there. I've seen so many of you guys out there. Even... Okay, the strangest one was when we had a snowfall here just a little while ago. Yeah. And I saw that day about 6 bikes.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Look, I love you guys that are out there and riding. I respect. I have a ton of respect for guys who go out riding in those kind of conditions. And as for rainy days, like tonight, a really good example tonight. I don't like that cold chill. I'm not a big fan of that. And at the end of the day, one thing that we said basically from the first day that we started this channel, we are leisure riders. We don't need the bikes for work. We don't need the bikes for anything other than put the helmets on and go for a ride.
It's still fun to take it to work sometimes.
Yeah, you do take it for a ride sometimes.
Okay, Angel Face said she's so proud, so thank you very much.
Yeah, we're all
proud. Phil says, here 100 per month for an S4 Shadow with no collision.
Whoa.
Over 1100 cc here, $300 a month approximately. And then Road Rash is enlightening us by saying, I wear no heated gear. It's all about the layers.
Dude, I gotta get together with you, man. I see. This is okay. These are the kind of riders that I love because you guys are hardcore riders. You guys love riding enough to be out there regardless of what's going on. And I actually know a few of you. There's a few of you out there who are subscribers that I've had the pleasure of meeting in person
and seeing out there.
I see you guys out there and I talk to a lot of you who are incredible. Your dedication to the motorcycle world is incredible. It really is. And I learned a lot from you guys too. So I love it. I personally, when I see you guys out there, it's funny because we will do the same thing. We're driving along and I see you guys out in this weather. We're almost simultaneous. Mm-hmm. We're like, please ride safe. You know? So I respect.
Like, ride safe.
I do respect all of you guys who are out there and who are true riders. I don't consider us to be true riders.
No.
The way I consider us,
casual leisure riders.
Casual leisure riders, and
who like to go out a lot in the nice time.
Yeah.
But it was actually funny because you were talking about seeing the actual motorcycles in the snow, and before this year, I had actually only ever seen scooters challenge the snow.
Yeah, I've seen last year.
Before that, I've seen so many scooters challenge the snow, but no motorcycles. And for this year, for some reason, we saw a lot more motorcycles challenging.
I think it has to do with the fact that we are much more aware of motorcycles too, and we're much more aware.
I guess, yeah.
Right. I mean, we're still too new to this stuff. Don't forget, we started riding 4 years ago, and that's 4 genuine seasons, not off
4
seasons.
years, 4 seasons.
4 seasons, and yeah, it's not.
And not the true, real 4 seasons.
No. Well, in 2019, we didn't ride a lot. This year, we're changing that. We're going to be riding a heck of a lot. So.
Road Rash says, waterproof, windproof gear, and lots of layers.
I completely agree. If you're willing to... I've done this. It's not like I've never done this.
No.
I just don't like it.
I don't really like wearing all the layers. That's actually my problem. I feel like it's harder for me to maneuver when I'm wearing too many layers.
Yeah,
That's me, though.
This is some hot-blooded camp riding 10-degree temperature.
I can, yeah. I maybe was a cat in my past life. I do not like riding in rain.
Yeah, I agree with you. Listen, I hate the rain. I really do. For somebody who
avoid it.
For somebody who lives in Vancouver, it's amazing how much I hate the rain. I genuinely cannot stand rain.
But I didn't used to.
No, you didn't used to.
It was only until I got the motorcycle. Once I got the motorcycle, I hate rain now. Before that, I liked rain.
Fair enough.
What is your favorite road to ride?
Honestly, Phil, I am more of an explorer. I like to take my bike and just kind of go anywhere. So I'm not really picky about my favorite road. But let's say, so you know where we are. We're in Vancouver. So let's say if we're taking the 91, if we're taking Highway 1, for example, is obviously great. Going up towards Pemberton, going up towards Hope, going up to Dawson. I like open roads to a degree, but at the same time, I do like to go off the beaten path as well.
Well, it's like one of those things. It's like, ooh, there's a street there. Where does it go? And we just make a turn. It's not really like one of those things like we go out of our way to go, okay, we must go to this spot.
So Road Rash is saying that he didn't ride on a Tuesday when it snowed, but he rode on Wednesday. Yeah, and you know what? You'd have to be nuts. You'd have to be nuts to ride on Tuesday. We saw people riding on Tuesday, and I was utterly shocked because honestly, there were cars not moving. Everybody was stuck. So yeah, no, I think, yeah, you'd have to be nuts on it. I don't care how much of a hardcore rider you are. There, the risk factor on Tuesday would have been crazy. And Tuesday, that was a bad day, bad snow day. So
yes.
Yeah.
Phil says, I would like to ride the Hope to Agassiz north side of Fraser.
Oh, sweet.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
That would be nice.
Angel Face says...
I got that drive though.
Yeah. Angel Face says, I believe the future of motorcycles are electric. I want one because of the power to weight ratio. However, I cannot make the switch until I can afford one. How will electric bike change motovlogging?
It's going to be quieter.
Yeah, you're going to be able to hear everything.
Good question. So how will it change motovlogging? I think the biggest change for motovloggers is going to be information. It's just how the information is delivered. I think it's going to change the entire structure of how the information is delivered about both the motorcycles, the trips, the charging networks. I know is going to be the biggest thing that people are going to talk about. So
of course you do want to have a little bit more insulation around your mic because the wind noise is going to be a lot more clear. Yeah,
to a degree. I think there's
well, because you don't have the buffer of the engine.
Yeah, so it doesn't. Yeah, the sound. Well, okay, so we do have new cameras coming for our helmets, which, by the way,
are new. So we got new helmets as well. There's that. If I kind of like move out of the way just a little bit, you can see Mrs.K's helmet right there. And you can see Mr. K's helmet there.
Yeah, they can't see what kind of helmet I have. That's a new helmet, and yours is a new helmet. So we'll show you guys after it's all set up because we have a new camera system coming. So there's a lot of stuff going on. But it is a good question. It is something that I'm gonna have to. I might actually make a video about this. With regards to how the electric bikes will change motovlogging. It's a really good question.
It is. SJ says, it's getting late here. Congrats on the new bike, Mrs.K. And can't wait to see the videos. Best of luck with the bike. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you for showing up.
Truly appreciate it. And don't forget to contact us.
Yes. Since you're the one that got it right.
Yeah. Phil says, I search windy roads. Yeah. Twisty, curvy, fun. I mean, I love going up to Cyprus. It's a lot of fun doing the whole Cyprus run. I enjoy that.
The only thing I'm not a big fan of with those windy, twisty roads It's not the windy and the twistiness. It's actually usually in those areas it's a lot more higher speeds.
Yeah, well, you're still...
And at that time I was still too new, so I hadn't really gotten in touch with my throttle.
Yeah, fair enough. Angel, I like the Angel Face, beware, with more power comes responsibility.
Yeah, that's what Phil said.
Listen, it is crazy if you think about it, because the amount of power that a Zero puts down, and this is a Zero S. I'd like to point out that this is a Zero S. It is nuts.
And then Phil also said more power equal more risk with bikes. That is true. You have to be gentle, a little bit more gentle with the Zero than you would be with a regular bike.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to blip the throttle.
No, you do not, and you don't want to accidentally, when you're trying to back up, throttle it.
I'm the kind of person who just sits there and I love pulling in my clutch and just hearing the sound, the sound. You try pulling that trick with a Zero. It's
not a good idea.
It's gonna throw you off.
Phil says, would you recommend Zero Electric for novice riders?
At this moment, I'm gonna say yes, just due to the fact that you can control the power levels. But let us do a review on it properly. Let us test it first, and then I
get some more time out on it.
Yeah, and then we'll be. I don't want to say yes, but at this moment, I can say yes.
Because there is adjustabilities that can be made to make it so it's not as strong.
Sean, hello, how are you? Man, I do not recognize that name. Shankor. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen you before. If not, well, hello and welcome to the channel. And how's it going? Tell us a little bit about yourself, Sean. What do you ride? Do you ride?
Angelface says, do we have time? We talk Elon Musk underground electric vehicle tunnels starting in the U.S. I'm guessing electric motorcycle will be allowed in these tunnels because no CO2 exhaust.
No. The answer is no, because so those tunnels will be based on a specific track system. It's right. So there's a track that's actually built into the actual tunnel. So the answer is no. No electric motorcycles will be going there. Mind you, this is strictly based on the current tunnel design. I don't know if they're going to change the future design, but at this current time, I don't think. And there's no use for it, because the tunnel right now is being built specifically in LA, right? And so the way that works is it's made to cut down congestion due to the speed so people can go around. The truth of the matter is you don't need that for the motorcycles, because in LA motorcycles are allowed to lane split.
That's true.
So as long as the lane splitting is there, you really don't need it. Holy smokes, 2016 Kawasaki Z800. By the way, did you guys see the new Kawasaki Z900?
Oh, that thing's nice.
That thing's a beast.
And it's very adjustable.
Yeah, you can actually tune that thing power. It's kind of like power adjustment. It's really,
yeah,
really
apparently
cool.
You can do a lot of adjustments with that bike. It's actually pretty cool.
Where are you from, Sean? I don't think you've ever actually commented on our videos, because I'm pretty good at remembering names.
I'm not 100% sure, because I don't remember how many people we have with just the person icon.
True. The other thing too is, but it's really funny, because with the Zero,
yeah.
Obviously we're still going through a process where setting up the cameras on it.
Yes.
So it's definitely going to be tricky to put up all the mounts and all that stuff. There's a few little things about it.
There's
the other
a few
thing is
tricks.
there is no wind deflector, so that's the other thing too.
Plus, the other thing is that the seating position of the Zero is a little bit different than it is from the 300. So I have to get the right angle on the cameras.
True.
That's going to be a few little test runs for sure.
Very true. Sean is a real friend of mine.
From Cochrane.
From Cochrane. Wow. Perfect. Welcome to the live stream.
Yes.
We're running this live stream almost an hour now, but
it's normal time.
I enjoy I think one of the most interesting things is a lot of the people out there who really are asking a lot of questions, and we've had a lot of questions already about the Zero, especially after I did my review of the bike.
Yeah.
And it was so weird, because ultimately there's a lot to be said about these bikes, and like I said, I don't believe in doing reviews. Like half an hour review is not a review. You want the time to get used to these bikes, and you want to understand what you're doing. You want to understand what is happening. And the only way you're gonna be able to do that is by going out there, testing it, really giving it real world scenarios. Not just, like I said, going those half an hour.
Which is usually what the dealership gives you.
Yeah, I usually get away with like an hour or so.
Obviously, there's fluctuations, but I mean, you can only find out so much from a bike from a little time period.
I like how Sean says, "I am new at this." We were all new at this. We've been doing KawaKouple for what, 4 years, and we're still new at this. Phil says, "I almost bought a 2016 Kawa Vulcan 900. Oh wow,
nice.
In Calgary for 6,200. That's actually a good price. Then the guy increased the price to 8,000. So I bought a Honda 750 Shadow instead.
It's a nice bike too.
That's actually a nice bike too. But that's a heck of an increase from 6,200 to 8,000.
Yeah, I mean, that's not usually an increase you see.
I guess he didn't want to sell it. It was like he was so attached to the bike.
It's like, no, I don't really want to sell it.
But maybe if I increase it, it will make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Like, no, I think ultimately what it comes down to is I hope that you are going to enjoy your bike. I know for a fact that you're going to enjoy a lot of the things that from what we've seen so far.
Oh, I'm definitely going to enjoy hills.
Oh yeah, so there's that too. Don't forget so we have a number of places here where the hills are like, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
So, like this.
The car doesn't like it.
The Ninja 300 definitely suffered
like
on that hill. The 650 is not a big deal, but even the 650 feels it. When we went out when you and I went out for the ride together. Yes. You took that hill and it was like nothing.
Oh no, it was like nothing. It was surprisingly easy going up that hill. I felt like there was no strain on the bike, no strain on myself as the rider on the bike, and it just was so smooth going up. Like it basically was like the bike didn't even notice that I was on a hill.
Yeah, we make a joke about that with the Tesla, like what hill, and now we can make that joke about that with this. Yes. So, yeah, it's crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh, this was through a dealership? Really?
Oh, jeez.
That's just bad. Sorry, man. That sucks. I mean, dealerships generally are pretty bad. Here in Calgary, we have some
parkades that don't allow propane vehicles. Do you foresee parkade for only electric vehicles in the future?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah. So right now,
those are going to be charging areas, I'm guessing.
Actually, it's a really good point. So diesel vehicles right now are slowly becoming outlawed. But I believe the only exception is going to be semis. That's the only exception. So diesel vehicles soon, there's already talks in a few places where they're saying they don't even want gas-powered cars, strictly electric vehicles in cities. So
yeah, especially hubs.
Yeah, so in city hubs, and so that automatically changes that. Now, with regards to an actual parking lot, believe it or not, there's a few owners of some businesses that are actually trying to fight for that, where they're saying, you know what, we want to make our parking lots because it's private property, electric vehicles only. And there is some issues with legality on that, but
they never have to worry about oil stains.
And that's actually some of the reasons that they're giving, like the oil stains from the cars and all that stuff. I actually it's so funny because I should have done this earlier. There's a list of items that people don't typically ask you, like, okay, so what are some of the things that you don't have to do with a electric motorcycle compared to a gas-powered motorcycle? Do you want to read them off, the 15 things?
Okay, so the top 15 things, obviously. I'm pretty sure there's more. You'll never have to do is buy gas.
That's true. It's funny because nobody in the chat asked us about what the cost will be for you to charge this.
Yes. Replace the clutch.
Nope, never again.
Sync the throttle and idle speed.
Never again.
Change the engine oil filter.
Never again.
Lubricate choke cables.
Nope.
Change engine oil.
Nope.
check engine oil.
Nope.
Adjust valve clearance.
Nope.
Change air filter.
Nope, you don't have to do that either.
Replace timing belt.
Nope.
Check external fuel hoses.
Nope.
Replace spark plugs. Change fuel filter.
Nope.
Adjust clutch cables.
Nope.
And check clutch fuel levels.
That's a big no. And one more thing that a lot of places don't add is the fact that you don't have to, in your case, you don't have a chain.
No, I do not.
It's belt driven too.
Yes.
And
it actually has a nice little protective
cover, yeah. So that's actually pretty neat. And so, but yeah, with regards to charging, you are essentially getting free fuel forever.
Yep.
If you really think about it. So where we live, we're allowed to charge our vehicles for free. And when you go out to the fast chargers like ChargePoint and those ones, majority of those are free because the businesses are actually paying for ChargePoint. Yeah,
I mean, you'll come across a few that you'll have to charge to use you'll have to pay to use the charger. The majority of them are free. And because it's considered a level 2 charger, it's a fast charger for myself.
Nobody knows what that means.
But it's not a fast charger for him, and we will explain that later in a video.
She's like, level 2 charge. She's going into like all these terms like you guys don't know that. But yeah, I love the fact that it's belt driven. So
yes, I think it's very nice. It's very quiet.
It is very quiet. The battery explodes. What? Road rash. What? Then the battery explodes and all the cars catch on fire from one battery exploding. Lol. You know what? That's actually, it is funny. It's there is so much, and you know, it's funny too because you hear this a lot. I've heard this with Teslas too. There's so much information, and sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say the one thing I'm looking forward to hearing from a bunch of people that I know that ride in my immediate circle is, aren't you worried nobody's going to be able to hear you?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised nobody brought that up. But most people who watch this channel already know that what my feeling is on the whole thing with regards to exhaust. So I'm guessing nobody will talk about that. But road rash. The truth is, you do actually bring up a good point. There is a lot of people out there. Although I get the feeling you did say it jokingly, but there are a lot of people and this question will come up a lot with regards to the battery and overheating and exploding and gosh, you hear all of this stuff.
Aren't you afraid to park it in the sun?
Yeah. Oh yeah. God. Actually, I heard that with the car too.
Yes.
So the truth of the matter is, you'd have to have a very devastating scenario for that to happen, and even then, it doesn't happen. Now with Zero motorcycles, they have a long history. They're not a new company. It's 12 years or something.
Yes.
So really, it's really never come up as an issue. In fact, Zero for motorcycles is what Tesla is for cars. They're both leaders in their industry. So
and they both built the vehicle from scratch, not having
although
a gas
Zero
power.
did escape a lot of the BS
the scrutiny
that Tesla had. So people focused on Tesla, so they escaped that. Phil says belt drive is good. I agree. I'm surprised at how the Zero was the first belt drive motorcycle that I've actually ridden, so I really loved it. Sean says electric cars are nice, but I'm old school. I like the rumble and smell. You know what, Sean? I made a video on this on recently. Okay, that's on my Tesla channel again. In my career, I have driven more cars than I can truly count. We tried to figure this out one night, and we went through a list. I've driven everything from the lowest end cars to the highest end cars, and pretty much all of them. So
I think it's easier for us to list what cars you haven't driven.
Actually, yeah, that's what we came up with. I have about 17 cars that I have not driven, so I really have driven everything. I understand where you're coming from, and this is kind of why the Teslas are so impressive, in my opinion. If Tesla can steal me away from cars, it says a lot. So I am definitely old school. I love cars. I was always, into both the muscle and the performance aspect.
Oh, yeah.
So when you're talking about Lamborghinis, when you're talking about Ferraris, when you're talking about Mustang GT500s, I've covered pretty much all of those. So It makes a huge difference. The other thing is, why is that going on? Oh, it's 8:03. So the other thing too is that ultimately, when it's all said and done, with vehicles, it doesn't really matter if you're old school or if you're new school, and it doesn't matter if you like electric vehicles or if you like, ICE cars, internal combustion engine. Fact of the matter is, it's whatever you like. And that's the same thing with a bike. It's whatever people like. I never encourage anyone. I never say to anyone, do this or do that. I don't advertise. I never advertise like, you should do this. It's like here too.
I think the closest thing to us ever saying you should do this is more along the lines of like, okay, you should go out there and try the motorcycles and see which one fits you and you like. But also keep in mind that you should go to school.
Yeah. It's fair enough. And it's very interesting because I do, like, going to motorcycle school is important. Personally, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I would personally like to see, we both talked about this, a graduated program brought into BC. I know
and not graduated meaning LN.
No, an actual graduated program. Yes. I really believe in those things. So there's a lot to talk about.
Okay, so Angel Face says, very few people know I own an electric monster board, aka skateboard. That's really cool. I get regenerative braking going downhill because I'm partially braking. Will you have the same benefit on the Zero? Correct. Yes, I will have the same benefit. Of course, because it's the motorcycle and not a car, the regenerative is not as powerful, which is actually good because the last thing you want is something to be really powerful and like have you fly over the handlebars.
Right. Okay.
And Phil wants to know, what is your cam mirror, Mr. K?
I can't see anyone. Man, my eyes hurt. What is it? What?
Your cam mirror.
Camier? Honestly, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what a camier is.
He likes big domestic cars. I drive a Crown Vic 96.
Oh, the 96. That's still the one with the round, the round. No, I love those. What color? Please tell me what color. And please tell me it's blue. Blue or black? I love the Crown Vics in black or blue. Mm-hmm. The 96, I can't remember which year it was that they changed over. Oh,
career.
Oh, what do I... Career. I, by trade, I've always been a... I love how I misspelled it. Don't worry, we got it. By trade, ever since I was a kid, I was always involved in the construction industry. I own a construction company. But what do I really enjoy doing? I've done everything from photography,
web design.
There's been a lot of things. Blue. Thank you. So I've done a lot of different things. For me, cars have always been a passion, side passion. At one point, I got to a point where in my life where pretty much every dealership got to know me so well that they got
sick and tired of seeing your face.
I actually got asked to just leave from dealerships because I was trying out all the cars, especially
the higher end.
So I mean, Phil, you know this because you know how it is in here in Vancouver. You can get a 4.6 liter V8.
Nice.
Do you still have the Cadillac converter in there? I'm just curious. I'm very curious because a lot of guys what they do is they straight pipe it, and I don't know, me personally I think it ruins it. But so you know, a lot of the places down in Vancouver, you can go down and go to the high end car locations. I've been kicked out of a lot of those because people are like, look man, it's not that they kicked me out, it's just like, okay, we're not gonna let you try out these cars anymore. So I think my very last car that I was allowed to try was what was it was a Porsche, wasn't it? I think it was a Porsche. I can't remember. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, you stopped doing that. You do it once in a while, but you didn't do it as bad as you used to. Yes.
You did remove it? Oh.
No, yes, it still has it.
Oh, yes, you still have it. Okay, good.
Because you said, please tell me you still have it.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, you'll be surprised how many people remove it. I'm shocked actually how many people remove it.
Okay, so everybody, just remember, please ask any questions if you want to know anything about the electric motorcycle. I will be happy to answer them.
Dual exhaust, I think the caddy's on it. The best way to tell is basically the sound. So when you have this, when you're punching her up to around the 4,000 RPM, if it gives that extra rumble, then your caddy's in there. If it does that at like 1,000 RPM, then your caddy's not in there. But if you're, you more than likely you'd have it in there because it's technically not legal to have it. Like it ever stopped anyone.
It's technically illegal to have straight pipes, but people do it too.
Yeah, that's true. All right, that's it. It's the end of the show for today. I truly appreciate everybody for showing up. You guys are absolutely awesome. Can you set the so-called engine brake on yours? Oh, the regen. So Angel Face is asking if you can set the regen.
Yes, you can. You do have a way to make it stronger or lower. But the thing is even at its strongest point, it's not severe. It's not severe like it is in a car.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. All right, we're gonna end this. Normally we do only 1 hour. Today we kind of went a little bit over, but
just a little,
I got like little things flashing over there. So all right, that's it. Thank you so much, everybody. With regards to the Zero, Mrs. K is gonna have a lot of videos coming out. You'll take care of all that stuff for the future.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to it myself because I'm very curious about a lot of this. A lot of the questions you guys ask, I don't know yet. We kind of have an idea, but...
And just wish us beautiful weather in the future coming up.
Please. We need some really good weather. All right. And that's it. Thank you very much, everybody. We hope you have a good night. If it's night, well, based on what I'm saying, most of you guys are night. It's night. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. With all that said, don't forget to love, ride, explore. The new helmets, we will show them off probably in about a week because we're waiting for some stuff. Thank you much, Phil. I truly appreciate. I love talking with you. You know what? You're not that far from us. Who knows? We might be able to meet up. Angel Face, Motorblogger South Alberta, who just happened to be hosting a live. Yes, go ahead and check it out. We actually have to take off, so I'm not sure if we'll have time to do that. But with all that said, as always, we truly appreciate you guys. Everybody ride safe, drive safe, and, well, yeah, take it easy. It's riding weather already. Lol. Smart ass. All right. Thank you. I got to meet up with you one day, Road Rash. Oh, look at that. Killer. Oh my god.
Oh, Killer Clown.
You know what? Killer Clown here. I'm going to do this one just for you because...
And what are you booing about? The fact that we're leaving or... What you heard?
So most of you guys who don't know, Killer Clown is a long-time subscriber. You know what? Well, now it's Shed. So
yes.
Would you like to see? Would you like to get some information on the new bike?
Well, we'll stay on just a little bit longer for you, Clown.
Just a little bit, just for you. But you have to leave a comment. You have to tell us
that you want to see.
I'm just looking. It's like I know how the lag works on this.
Yes.
Silly things. It's crazy. But we can still do this one more time and then we'll probably end it.
Okay.
Road Rash, we met in Surrey at the Voss Helmets. I met so many people there that day, but I'm just curious. I'm trying to think now. Like, see, every time somebody says like we met, and I'm just like no.
And they give some meetup, and you're like, wait.
It's the worst things about meetups is like, okay, it's a catch-22. I love meetups because I get to meet so many people, and then I hate meetups because I can never remember them after the fact. Like,
but Clown said he looked back to see what it was, but he didn't answer me if he's booing because I got an electric motorcycle or because the show was ending, the live stream.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's a fair point because I'm not sure if he likes the idea of us of you getting a zero.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do you think?
I was expecting electric when I seen a new
Oh
bike.
my gosh. There you go. See? You guys know us too well. We can't hide nothing from you. It's so bad, man. And what is your opinion on the Zero
Clown?
Please enlighten us, because believe it or not, everybody,
this is the gentleman who knows the most.
If you guys have questions ever, go just subscribe to his channel and just ask him questions, because honestly, like,
he knows a lot.
He knows a lot, man. I have a lot of respect.
He's given us a lot of hints, especially about certain things.
Yeah. I'm retired, used to work mills, but I'm an artist, tattoo, graphics. So, ooh, very nice. Boo.
As in a scary clown.
Oh, okay.
Most people are scared of clowns. I saw it too many times. I kind of outgrew the scary clown part.
Yeah, fair enough. But I'm still curious. I want to know what his opinion is on the Zero, because it's his opinion. Your opinion counts. It really does.
It does.
Rora says, we had a smoke. Oh yes. Yes. Okay, now I know who you are.
Oh, you didn't realize until you came back with me, because I was at work that day.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. I'm not exactly like. I kind of Oh, and the Voss ride too. That day I was tired as heck, and I believe I actually got the Voss hoodie. So I didn't have my typical stuff on that actually gets people to know what you know. Phil, how long have you been married? Wow. We've known each other since high school, so we're high school sweethearts.
Yeah. There's a lifetime marriage, and then there's a paper marriage. It's two different numbers, but for us it's forever.
But yeah, so for us it's basically forever. Okay, Killer Clown, he says,
my only concern about electric bike is no sound in traffic and the lack of range. But range shouldn't be an issue for Mrs.K. That's true.
See, that's what I'm saying. Smart man. As for the sound, just so you know, here, me personally, I have a different perspective on this. I always say, it's your responsibility to stay safe. The bike is not, the sound is. I honestly haven't seen a big enough effect from, with the exhaust. I really haven't. It's weird. But you know what? I think that also depends a lot where you live. Here where we're living, there's just BC drivers are no fun. But yeah.
Yes.
All right. And truly, guys, I do have to end this vlog.
Road Rash was wearing the Iron Maiden shirt. Does that help you?
Yes. I remember exactly. Well, it's the only person that, because when we went off to the side, I only went off to the side with him. So I remember I went off to the side with Road Rash daughter.
Okay. I'm glad that you only went off to the side with Road Rash and you didn't get Road Rash.
Ooh. Yeah.
And good for you, Phil, being married for 36 years to the same woman and still in love. It's very important.
He didn't say still in love.
It says still in love.
Oh, he said it out. I just saw that part. Good job. Hey, that's the way to go. That's the way yeah, it's awesome. And that's it. Am I done?
Yes, we're done. Thank you very much for everybody joining. Thank you for the support and the kind words and for the opinions on the motorcycle. And until next time, please ride safe and have a wonderful evening. Or day.
Or day, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to go to sleep. I got things to do. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye.